Problem is,
ESI,
if you proceed very, very gradually and create expectations that rates are going to stay at low levels for a very long
UAVS,
time, this could lead to huge buildup of speculative positions.
LILM,
Comments from the Bank of Japan governor.
BIVI,
WWR,
BIVI, ESI,
SCWX, HTBK, ESI,
ESI, ESI, GNLN, Big Spread,
LRN,
GNLN,
ESI, ALTR,
ESI,
ESI, ESI, ESI,
GNLN,
ESI, ESI,
ESI,
NXGL,
GNLN, ESI,
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 ESI, LILM,
ESI,
RAB,
GNLN,
ESI,
ESI, GNLN,
Element Solutions,
GNLN,
ticker ESI, Echo Sandy, India.
GNLN,
Shares getting a
GNLN,
pop on volume, trading up about 12%. Not seeing specific news. Ticker ESI.
GNLN, GNLN,
GNLN,
LRN, ESI,
GNLN,
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 Green Lane Holdings, ticker
FSI,
GNLN. In an 8K filing, reduces U.S. vendor accounts payable to about 8.6 million as of October 23rd. Ticker GNLN. Shares getting a small pop on that.
QUI, GNLN,
ESI, 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 HLF, HLF, TRTX,
LRHC, LRHC, ESI,
LILM,
ESI,
LRN, ESI,
ESI,
MKTW,
LRHC,
HLF,
LRHC,
EB, RAB, LILM,
LRHC,
PYXS,
LRHC, TVGN,
TRTX, AZ, CIO, RAB,
GNPX, UAVS, UAVS, PRAX. Watch the spread.
AZ, LKTW,
SGMO, TVGN, UAVS, 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 UAVS,
CODI, PYXS, LPTX,
BIVI, GNPX,
JBT,
BIVI, LRHC, BIVI,
KVYO,
BIVI, BIVI, BIVI,
LRN,
BIVI, DBVT,
FDMT, JBT, JBT, KVYO,
LRHC. BIVI. DBVT.
LRN,
Save.
FDMT, SVC, GoGo,
PTON. BIVI. PTON. VRAX.
PTON, Doc,
BIVI. TVGN.
FDMT,
TVGN.
LPTX, ASPI, GoGo, JBT, JBT,
BIVI. BIVI.
Soho, JBT,
VRAX. VRAX.
EB, PYXS,
VRAX. LRHC. LRHC.
KVYO,
BioVi,
ASM,
ticker BIVI, announces pricing of registered direct offering.
VRAX. VRAX. VRAX.
Prices, registered
VRAX.
direct offering, and concurrent
VRAX.
private placement, raising $6 million through 2.67 million shares at $2.25 per share. And shares are selling off on that and halted, down 5.95%.
VRAX. VRAX.
BIVI.
VRAX.
JBT, JBT, NXGL. SVC.
UAVS.
KVYO.
LRHC.
ASPI.
Save.
ALS.
LRHC. Save.
GoGo. ALXO. FDMT. FSI. JYXS.
ADV. NDLS. VRAX. VRAX. ADV. LRHC. VRAX. VRAX.
ALXO. FDMT, GoGo.
VRAX. UAVS. VRAX.
Save.
VRAX. VRAX.
Koji.
VRAX.
T.
VRAX.
KVYO. ASPI. LRN.
VRAX. VRAX.
ALXO. ALS.
Seeing a headline from Bloomberg, Colorado expects more E. coli cases from the McDonald's outbreak. Ticker MCD shares are selling off a bit here, trading down 5.2%.
PTON.
LRHC. LRHC,
ACST, KVYO,
QI,
HLF,
VRAX,
T,
LRHC, LRHC, QI,
Soho,
Shares of Peloton, ticker
HTBK,
PTON, continuing higher, trading up about 11.5%.
QI, QI,
GoGo,
QI, 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 QI,
Agro, HTBK, RUV, T, LRN, ASPI,
VIN,
Qui, Qui,
QI,
ASB,
QI, QI,
Qui, Qui,
QI,
Greenland Holdings, ticker GNLN. Shares are halted to the downside,
UAVS,
trading down 18.8%. Ticker GNLN.
GoGo,
K West
UAVS,
Microsystems, ticker KWE. Shares are halted to the upside, trading up 73.6%. Ticker KWE.
UAVS, UAVS,
ASPI,
UAVS,
LILM,
UAVS,
ASPI,
UAVS. LRHC.
ALXO. ASM.
AILE.
MAG.
UAVS.
It takes dedication and focus to be an all-pro dad. The good news is you don't
UAVS.
have to work.
What happened?
New at Maurice's. The feel-good life, styled for fall.
Alright, so I like Gemini a lot. So as of October 23rd, today, Tesla is expecting Q3 earnings after the market closed.
IGT.
Analysts are generally
TVGN.
anticipating a decline in earnings compared to the previous year, primarily due to increased competition and rising costs. Company's strong delivery numbers and progress in other areas such as energy storage and autonomous driving
RAV
could help
PTX.
offset these pressures. All right, so
TVGN.
Go.
TVGN. BIVI.
ASM. ASPI. HLF.
Cybertruck is going to be something. So, you know, this is one of the quarterly results since the Cybertruck is live.
BioV, ticker BIVI, shares resume trade.
If it holds the previous value. Yeah, and you can kind of see we downtrended all morning. We're finally back up
ACST.
some, so we are starting to kind of bounce back up a little bit here.
BIVI.
IGT.
BIVI.
Yeah, so we had that trend. And you can kind of see, like, Tesla had a pretty good year, you know? Like, Tesla had a good year to start it. Got all the way up to, like, 260s,
SGMO.
270s at some points. You know, it made another run for those levels, too, here. So it got back up to 260s. You know, every time Tesla has an event,
Qui.
it's kind of the same thing. It's
HLF.
like a buy the rumor, sell the news event. So every single time Tesla has an event, it pumps up in anticipation and then dumps after the event. And I think one of the reasons it dropped, it was because people
Safe.
realized that the robots weren't actually talking themselves. And this is something that I said earlier, and I still think it's an important point, which is that, okay,
Agro.
Qui.
which is, okay, if your robots aren't communicating actively with people, why even debut them at
Qui.
this show? You know, like,
Elgo.
why?
PTX.
Like,
Qui.
what-
Qui.
Again, I said this earlier
Qui.
in my stream, but
Qui.
Tesla
Qui.
having people
Qui.
radioing in through the robots talking to people is,
Pace.
it seems silly to me. That would be like if
EB.
I slapped a radio like speaker on my car
Qui.
and I drove around pretending to be a robot car saying, "Hello, this
K
is
West
John, robot
Microsystems,
car."
ticker
People would point and laugh at me,
KWE, shares
you know,
also
like,
resume
you know
trade.
why? Because so unless you actually have the technology, don't debut it yet. You can tell people what you're doing. You can tell people that you're building it, but
BYGR.
like sending robots out there and having the robots basically walk
Sign.
around like they're actual robots talking to people. Again, you could tell some of them were either like intentionally trying to sound like robots. I don't know. I think that was a miss for Tesla's earnings. And again, I like Tesla stock. I believe in
ASM.
Tesla stock. I want Tesla stock to go up. But I think that was a miss for their earnings report. I don't
PYXS.
think they ever should have done that. I think they should have just left it alone.
Else.
They can tell people they're
Qui.
building bots.
Qui.
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 But
Qui.
I think in this regard, they're making a mistake, basically, trying to
Qui.
do too much stuff at once. If we look at Tesla's EPS
Qui.
graph, and remember, EPS are margins,
Qui.
right? So when we look at EPS graph, from Tesla,
HLF.
you know, they had a
Go.
couple quarters that really did well at 226 a quarter. last time they showed up at 34 cents a quarter. This is Tesla, right? Yeah. Last time they showed up at 34 cents. Last time they showed up at 42 cents. The time before that 34. The time before that 226. Today they're expecting 58. So they are expecting a slight bump up from their last result here. So they are expecting, like, where are we at?
ASPI.
They're expecting like this right here. So they are expecting a bump up relative to their last one. So it is kind of increasing over the last 3 quarters. But they still got some work to do margin-wise for Tesla, which is one of the strongest companies in the world. If we look at their actual revenue, which is probably the more important metric, I say, like when we're looking at earnings, revenue's probably more influential over price than EPS. EPS is margins. Revenue is kind of like the ceiling that the company has in terms of money making. And you can see their revenue's done pretty well. They had their strongest revenue quarter ever last quarter with revenue of $25.5 billion. Now today they're expecting another $25.5 billion revenue, so it will be kind of stagnating here in terms of their revenue. They are expecting another one like hit this. So they're expecting another one. It's going to look about like that if it follows it, just so you can kind of see the actual trend here. If it comes in as expected, now if it beats, then it's obviously going to be higher, and it might actually help this trend. Of course, it depends on how much. That's something to consider here is that
ASPI.
Very strong revenue long-term chart, but we're seeing some sideways.
KNX Night Swift Transportation.
You know, they got
says expects Q4 adjusted earnings will range from 32 to 36 cents versus the 34-cent estimate.
Stuff like that for their businesses, and that's okay.
Adjusted for Q1 2025 will range from 29 to 33 cents.
That is the revenue graph for Tesla, and then the EPS graph, a little bit less impressive.
Kilo November X-ray.
It still had, you know, years and years of profitable EPS. Now it's the question now, I think, and one of the things I'm going to ask the chat is Tesla extended now heading into their earnings report? Are they extended at this point in time? Are they up too much? Or are they down too much? I mean, not up too much. Are they down too much leading into their earnings report? Where's the extension? I do think the extension right now is on the downside. I think they've dropped enough after the Robotaxi event where even if we don't have the most impressive earnings, I still think they could go up depending on what shows up in their earnings report. And I think that's something you want to pay attention to as well. Well, they were still robots, not like it was a dude in a robot suit.
Aggro.
Yeah, but I think they were remote controlled robots, so they weren't walking like autonomously, as well as they were having people speak into it. And so, was it a robot or was it a machine? I guess is the point. Because if you got, like, if you have a robot body, but a human's talking in through it, and a remote control's making it walk, is it a real robot or is it just a machine? You know, like a remote control machine.
SGMO.
That's the only thing. And again, I'm not like, I hope you guys understand. I like Tesla. I invest in Tesla. I think Tesla's a great company. I think Tesla's biggest selling point is full self-driving, autonomous driving. I think that is the future of automotive technology. I think it's obvious. It's very self-evident. That's going to be the future of automotive technology.
UAVS.
Right now, Tesla's at the front of it. And if they can stay in the front of it, they're going to be one of the most successful companies in the world once a lot of cars make that transition towards autonomous driving, full autonomous driving. You know, they're really competing. They're not really competing with anybody else in the EV space,
UAVS.
in my opinion, right? Like, I don't think they're competing with much else in the EV space. I think the big competitors to Tesla are legacy automotive brands, as well as some of the other competitors
UAVS.
in terms of, like, LiDAR, EVs and stuff like that are building like their own versions of robotaxis. But if they can stay on the front of that, I think they'll do great. So we'll see. And so now the question, I guess, is after the robotaxi event, we have dropped. Like, here was Tesla back October 1st.
LRHC.
Right here. We hit the pinnacle of the run, of the recent run on October 1st here, and we've basically been dropping ever since. You can kind of see the big gap that we had from the robotaxi event back here if we zoom out. Again, you can kind of see the big gap here from the robotaxi event.
UAVS.
It's a big gap. It's a big drop. We'll see if it holds, but yeah. I do think there probably is at least a little bit of extension. I think if we zoom out here and look at a longer term chart.
RCUS.
Like a 2-hour chart up. Oh, wrong chart. Oops. Put a daily chart back up here. We'll switch to this one. Like a 2-hour chart up. I do think we have a little bit of extension short term. Like, I think we went up a lot.
FDMT.
Here's 2024. So we're down slightly in 2024 already. We had this massive run up. What I'm curious about today is the Cybertruck update. You know, when the Cybertruck originally debuted late last year, what Elon said during those earnings calls, and one of the reasons we had this downward pressure here was because of how long Elon said it would take to start profiting from, you know, or maybe this is the drop. So the drop happened here because the Cybertruck started to debut in the following quarters. One of the things Elon said is that it might take a while for the Cybertruck to benefit Tesla's margins in any significant way. And so now that we're a couple years later, or now that we're like a year later, almost a year later, the question is, what's the Cybertruck looking like in terms of business, like bottom line? Like, is it helping Tesla? Is it selling well? I'm assuming it's selling well. I see a lot of Cybertrucks driving around. You know, what does that look like? What is that going to be? You know, how beneficial is it to Tesla? Stuff like that. As well as like what their projections are regarding the robotaxi. You know, that thing looks cool. You know, one of the stocks that benefited from this last event was Uber. You know, Uber stock is a really important watch, I think, today, because Uber stock, you know, it's one of the stocks that people were fearing its demise leading up to the robotaxi event. Why? Because to a certain extent, if robotaxis are effective and efficient, then they're going to replace the need for Uber to a certain extent. If people can buy robotaxis that drive them around, you know, it's going to replace, you know, some of the designated driving aspects of Uber and stuff like that. So that's another question here moving forward is, what does the robotaxi update look like as well? This is overextended to the downside if you're playing the election. I don't know, man. If it fulfills the hardware requirement of a robot, that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna retire with Tesla. Hey, good luck, and I hope Tesla goes up. I want it to go up. Let me do a poll. I don't think I've done one. CFTC 4.4. We did a poll on Twitter. Are you bullish or bearish on Tesla's Q3 earnings?
ASPI.
Vote on the poll. The poll is live. You can now vote on it. So yeah, it's good. We'll see what happens. Will Tesla's earnings affect Bitcoin and crypto?
LRHC.
I don't think so. Not in any significant way. Can you turn your mic up? I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, if it's not loud enough, let me know. Yell at me. I'll try to fix it. Hey, what's up, PHUN? Hey, what's up, Khan? Poll it. Thanks for your analysis. Sunbury. Thanks, Sam. Camille. I'm bullish long term, but this earnings, yeah, but not this earning. Yeah, we'll see. A lot of ifs out there for Tesla, but Tesla, you know, it is starting to kind of bounce back a little bit. Here's a 1 minute chart. Big downward pressure all morning, but it did start to follow back up and gain some steam, and it's still pushing up. It's over 214s. It originally dropped all the way down to 212.
GANX.
Something 212 10s, 11s.
SGD.
It's now all the way back up to almost 215. So it has made
LRHC.
Initial resurgence back. You know, you can see the big downward pressure, downward trend. We broke out of that trend, held this level support, and then has been bouncing back since. The question is, again, I think the big question is extension. You know, generally speaking, and again, I'm going to preface this with I have no freaking idea what's going to happen. Not an investment professional. I'm not liable if you lose. You always got to make your own assessment. Do not copy me. This is not forward-looking statements. With that said and out the way, generally, if Tesla is extended to the downside leading into earnings, in that regard, the earnings report
shares of Element Solutions off the highs now 27.08, up about 10% after that report.
So even if
circulating saying that the company is exploring a sale
OMGA
and working with Bank of America and Goldman Sachs. That's Echo Sandy, India.
Vice versa, if Tesla is up huge, like an example of this is up big leading into the robotaxi event.
RCUS.
Analysts, investors, and traders can be less lenient and more strict on it. And so if they don't see everything they want to see, you might get downward pressure. That's kind of, again, that's kind of what we got after the robotaxi event here. But we've dropped significantly back down to 214. We hit highs of 260 something, you know, not that long ago. So yeah, it's an important thing to look for. The other thing they talked about, and we'll see if they update us here, is the what is it? The Robovan, I think is what it's the Robovan, but I think Elon called it the Robovan or something like that. I want an update on that as well. I think that's a really interesting concept. Who knows when we're gonna freaking get it? You know, they debuted the Cybertruck in 2019. We didn't get it until late 2023. So this will be an interesting thing. The report drops after the closing bell in about 7 minutes, 8 minutes. Give or take, you know.
JBT.
Tesla stock entirely built on storytelling robots, AI.
LNSR.
Yeah, I mean,
TVGN.
I don't know if I'd call it
SGMO.
margins. I think their margins again, margins are much more volatile than revenue. If you look at all the big companies in the world, right, like Meta EPS graph, Meta might be a different example. Meta's been
KVYO.
Ronnie.
Let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, Meta honestly is just a really freaking strong company.
LRHC.
Honestly, we're gonna cover Meta earnings tomorrow, or not tomorrow. I'm sorry, later next week.
LRHC.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I'd consider it super declining. I mean, I think Tesla's made a lot of enemies.
LRHC.
But I think their revenue looks great, and I think they had their highest earning revenue quarter ever.
LRHC.
Last year or last quarter, and I think that's something that we can't really ignore. Their highest revenue quarter ever. Growth has slowed down for sure, though.
Go.
Market bouncing back, the king of the market. Tesla's strongest. We need good earnings and good guidance. Yeah, for sure. Guidance are key as well. We'll see what happens. I'm excited for it. Now, technically, the earnings are supposed to release here, chat. They're supposed to release at like 4:10 market time, so technically in like 15. But we'll see when they come out. You know. Again, last time
RCUS.
52 cents. The time before that, 45 cents.
GOVX.
Forward-looking numbers, they're expecting 58 cents today. Next one, 63 cents. Next one, 61 cents. Next one is 69 cents.
Coming up after the close, earnings from TSLA, Tesla, TMUST,
We'll
Mobile,
KVYO.
IBM,
Still about 2.67%.
MOH, Molina Healthcare,
All right, so Tesla stock pulling back a little bit
WHR,
ahead of
Whirlpool,
earnings. This is the
URI,
last,
United Rentals,
5-6
CP, Canadian
minutes before the
Pacific,
closing bell, chat. So,
LVS, Las Vegas
EQX.
Sands,
LNSR.
Tesla scheduled
214s.
around 4:07 p.m. T-Mobile at 4:05 p.m.
JBDI.
or IBM at 4:00
Qui.
at 4:08 p.m.
NVST.
All right, chat. So again, so Tesla's been cutting prices in key markets like the U.S. and China to maintain
CIO.
demand. But is this strategy sustainable? Price cuts help Tesla define its market share, but it comes at the cost of profitability, and that's why you
IGT.
see some of the margin
Go.
impacts here. We'll be looking to see how Tesla balances this moving forward. Any mention of demand softening could rattle investors, so you want to watch for that. Tesla has weathered price cuts well so far, but at what cost to margins? And that's why one of the reasons you see market going down. We also have some competition. The EV space is getting crowded in some ways, with traditional automakers and EV startups intensifying competition. You know, and that you see that in, like, you know, we got Rivian, Lucid, some other big EV brands. But you also see it in like robotaxi competitors. Legacy is probably the biggest competitor. I don't think Rivian or Lucid are real competitors to Tesla. I think the biggest competitors are going to be like
FDMT.
Toyota, you know, Ford, stuff like that, like legacy automotive brands that have been around for a century
GNPX
or less. But point remains, Tesla's energy business,
NVST.
solar battery storage, often been an under the radar component of their business compared to
JBT.
automotives.
NDLS.
It's still a potential for long-term growth. We want to keep an eye on updates on that. Of course, we want to watch for FSD.
EQX.
Yeah. Introduction for Cybertruck updates, like I said, is an important thing. FSD has been in beta for years. Investors are going to be eager to hear potential updates on the full rollout. When
GNPX.
It's a recurring revenue stream with high margins, and so that's a big component of their business as well. We got 3 minutes, chat. 3 minutes. I'm going to put it in sub-only mode as well, and so we're pushing towards 150K.
IGT.
We're very close to 150K. Now, who knows when Tesla is actually going to respond. Technically, it's scheduled for 4:10 market time, so technically it's scheduled for 4:10. We'll see when it actually happens. Tesla is rumored to license FSD to Stellantis. Will Uber dump if Tesla beats earnings? There might be some correlation. I don't know if it's that heavy, though. Forward PE is 70. What's the Tesla current PE ratio? Let me see what it is. All right, so if we look at their actual financials
LRHC.
here.
MAG.
Right. So Tesla EPS, or
FLNC.
Tesla PE ratio, I mean, is 52 cents plus 45 cents plus 71 cents
NVST.
plus 66 cents.
LILM.
234 versus 213, 214.
MKTW.
There, I'm showing 90 EPS. Is that correct? That can't be correct. Did I miss a
PTCT.
number? If it's 90, that's high. So EPS is high, or PE ratio, I mean, is high. Is it really 90? Let me see it. Let me look somewhere else. I'm showing 61. So I might be calculating it wrong somewhere. Forward PE is about 72 is what I'm showing. All right, guys. I know this is wrong. This is not exciting enough. All right, guys. 1 minute.
IKNA.
We're watching all the big earnings reports today, but
TVGN.
it's not Amazon. So the big earnings reports today are IBM and Tesla.
LRHC.
Those are the two big ones.
AYGR.
Here we go, guys. The closing bell is here.
TVGN.
NVST.
Yeah, so the closing bell is here. The big one is IBM, I'm pretty sure. Tesla, LCRX, or LRCX, IBM Now, T-Mobile, Las Vegas Sands, Celestial, Viking Therapeutics, United Rentals, and more. All right, guys, 40 seconds. 40 seconds.
Koji.
Yeah, I don't trust AI enough to calculate it, any of them. PE is around 60.
SCW.
Yeah, I must have missed it.
VRAX.
Tesla now breaking under the 200 EMA, under the volume weighted average price. Look at this fall for Tesla. So it's starting to look weak. All right, 20 seconds. Chat, 20 seconds.
VMR. LRHC.
RAB. Taylor.
All right, here we go. There's the closing bell.
Qui.
All right, guys. So there's the closing bell. Let's wait. Waiting. Watch the move. So we should be able to see the price action
VRAX.
Tesla as it happens.
Qui.
Okay, so we should be able to see the price action happening. ARM is taking formal action, requiring QCOM to remedy material breaches.
VRAX.
IBM is supposed to drop at 410. LCRX is supposed to drop at 405. We got T-Mobile supposed to drop now. Still waiting, though. I don't see anything yet. I do see some pressure from Tesla.
EQX.
Still waiting on it, though.
AZ.
Markets are mostly down. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. The closing bell came and went, and now we are waiting for the Tesla earnings. They should drop anytime soon. Hit the subscribe button if you have not already, team. Hit the notification bell. I appreciate the love. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Tesla
VRAX.
213s right now. 213s. Just tap lows a little bit here. 212s.
Qui.
A little bit of a bounce. Nothing for IBM yet. IBM is technically scheduled to release at 410 as well. LCRX is at 405. T-Mobile is supposed to drop right now, but T-Mobile, I don't see it out yet. Palantir bouncing up a little bit. Man, Palantir has been so strong recently. All right, here we go.
UEIC.
Tesla
U.S. markets are at close.
Qui.
Consolidating.
Qui.
It always releases after
BMR, Beamer Imaging, received notice of allowance of
FLNC.
U.S. patent application, video coding
So all
system.
earnings come out either in
DX.
extended hours,
That's
after hours,
Bravo
or
Michael
pre-market.
Romeo.
None of them come out during actual market hours. It's
TSLZ.
supposed to release
TSG.
after 4 p.m. Texan, so it's supposed to release sometime after 4 p.m.
VRAX.
VYGR.
Yeah, we got Quantum
ASPI.
State reporting at 4.15. They're expecting a 21-cent loss. Tesla again expecting 58-cent loss. EPS on
ELY.
revenue of 25.5 billion.
EIQ.
LRHC.
Your last recommendations. You guys think they're gonna beat or miss? Listen to chat. You also vote with a little balance.
LVX. TIHL. TRLX.
No, this
STEM.
is dropping like right now. So it's
SGBX.
supposed to really. So this is Eastern Standard Time, not Texas time.
SGBX.
Technically, it's 4:10 is what I'm showing, but it's anytime after 4
ELA.
p.m. A lot of the time they drop early.
Cube. TMDX. Shen. SGBX.
Qui.
SGBX. SGBX.
You'll see when they're out.
SGBX,
Not
UUVT,
like this. You'll see a really big candle.
DBVT,
Usually
SGBX,
they're at 60s
SGBX,
though.
SGBX,
14 is a pretty
LVTX,
big support
CAR,
level. I
Oust,
don't see anything yet.
SGBX, BMR,
Hit that
SGBX.
subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the notification
CHDN,
bell. I
Churchill
appreciate it.
Downs,
EIQ.
reporting
GMPX,
86 cents,
SGBX,
Charlie Hotel Delta
SGBX,
November.
SGBX,
Oh.
NUWE,
I think they're out.
SGBX,
SGBX.
DJT,
Tesla up to
VRAX.
223s, guys. Wow, look at this candle for
SGBX,
Tesla.
SGBX,
223s.
RBBN,
The estimate was
Gotta be out.
89
SGBX.
cents. That's
SGBX,
CHDN.
SGBX,
SGBX.
CRDF, ICLR, IMAW,
Up to 225
TMUS,
for Tesla.
T-Mobile
THUN,
earnings are out.
JDZ,
T-Mobile
SGBX.
SGBX,
reporting $2.61. The estimate was $2.42.
ARQT,
Big move for Tesla. Waiting to see
Revenue
if
of
the results are here.
20.16 billion. The
Tesla
estimate
flying
was
up.
20.01
SDOT,
Does anybody see what the numbers actually are? I'm looking for
ALGN,
them. I don't see them.
billion. That's Tango Michael Uniform
JKS,
Sandy, T-Mobile.
DSIQ
They're not
kind,
showing up anywhere yet for Tesla. Waiting for the numbers to come out.
ERT, PLAB, DSS, BRZE, MDHR,
SGBX.
SGBX,
Still waiting.
SGBX, SGBX,
SGBX.
TKW,
Everybody's looking for it. I don't see it anywhere.
Where?
Sees 2024 adjusted FCF 16.7 billion to 17 billion versus the
SGBX,
prior outlook of
SGBX,
16.6 to 17 billion.
estimates. So again,
That's
they came in
TMUS,
better than expected for
ALGN,
margins,
Align
72 cent
Technology.
profit per share versus 58-cent estimates.
Reporting.
So this is going to help their PE ratio. They did
WGL.
miss
Align reporting
revenue
$2.35.
at 25.18
TMUS,
versus
The
DSS.
estimate was $2.31. That's a beat.
25.37 expected.
Revenue
So
of
slightly
977.9 million.
TSLL,
Slightly out.
TKLR,
The estimate was
VIGC.
987 million, so
numbers to
that's
come
a
out as
miss
well.
on
Quick.
But
revenue
here is the
for
numbers right there on screen.
Alpha
So
Lima
again,
Golf November.
they did
Tesla
BDPS
is out now.
missed revenue.
TSLA,
TSS.
Tesla reporting.
TSLT, TSLR,
72
TSLT,
cent profit per share versus 58 cents expected. So
TSLR,
much better than
TSLT,
expected revenue.
TITI,
EIQ.
Or much better
Quick.
than expected EPS.
TNDM.
Worse than expected revenue numbers here. So stick around.
EIQ.
We're gonna look
MDB.
deeper into it on the website.
SGBX.
Right now.
ANRO,
TSLL.
TMDX, DJT,
EIQ.
Revenue of 20.
TSLT.
DSS,
5.182 million.
ERT, DSS, DSS,
The estimate
TSLT.
was 25.372 million
DSS,
for Tesla.
Yeah. So
TSLT.
DSS, TSLT, TSLL,
TSLT.
TSLR,
DSS. Big spread.
Earnings
DSS.
of
NTRS,
72 cents. Non-GAAP earnings of 72
ACB.
cents.
RBBN,
DSS.
The
DSS.
estimate was 58
Note.
cents.
GOVX, TSL,
Tesla share is spiking here now, $225.
CRMT, MXL,
So that's a strong beat for Tesla. Share is spiking $225.50.
LRCX, SEIC, AGAE,
TZA.
Where,
SGBX. EIQ.
NCPL, ERT,
LVS, Las Vegas Sands reporting.
Qui.
Revenue of
CCAR.
2.682 million. The estimate 2.781 million for
AMAS,
LVS.
Qui.
MC, TSLL,
EIQ. Qui.
HAFC, XOS, PBF,
EIQ.
AQST, NUVL, package, EEIQ, ESIT,
EIQ.
That's Lima Victor Sandy.
EEIQ,
Qui. EIQ. LRCX. Big spread.
MXL, ANRO,
WU, Western Union,
LRHC.
46 cents. The estimate was 44 cents for Whiskey Uniform. WU,
EIQ.
LC Lending Club,
EIQ.
13
EIQ.
cents.
LRHC.
The estimate on Lending Club was 7 cents, so that's a beat for Lima Charlie.
TTOO.
MAT, Mattel reported $1.14. The estimate was at
Quark.
95 cents. That's
TSLA.
a beat for Michael Alpha
TSLA.
Tango. Sales of
TSLA.
1.84 billion. The estimate was 1.85 billion, so that's
LRHC.
slightly short.
TSLL.
for Michael Alpha
TSLL.
Tango.
TSLL.
CP, Canadian Pacific, Kansas City.
TSLT. RBBN. TTOFG.
TTOL.
Reporting 99 cents
TSLL.
Canadian.
TSLL.
The estimate was $1.01.
TSLL.
Revenue
Quick.
$3.5 billion. The estimate was
TSLL.
3.6 billion, so that's short
TSLT.
on revenue and earnings for
TSLL.
Charlie Papa.
TSLL.
EIQ.
RBBN.
SGBX.
Shares of Tesla hitting
TSLT.
$229 now at the highs,
MXL.
EIQ.
up
TSLL. TSLL.
almost $16 now on Tesla, TSLA, on that very strong report.
TSLL. TSLL. TSLR.
Tango Sandy Lima Alpha. NEM Newmont reporting 81 cents adjusted.
UZI.
The estimate was
HSHP.
88 cents, so that's a miss. Sales of 4.6
MXL.
billion. The estimate was
spread.
4.5 billion, so that's a beat on sales and a miss on
TSLT.
earnings for NEM.
TSLR.
I'm going to echo Michael.
TSLL.
IBM is out.
TSLL.
IBM
TSLL.
reporting.
TSLR. GLVS.
IBM reporting
TSLL.
$2.30 adjusted. The
TSLL.
estimate was $2.23.
TSLT.
That's a beat for India Bravo Michael. Revenue of
ALTR.
14.97 billion, short of the 15.07 billion
EIQ.
estimate for IBM.
RMNI.
OGI.
WHR Whirlpool.
SGBX.
Whirlpool reported
AQST.
RMNI.
Whirlpool
RMNI.
reported adjusted
KTX.
earnings of $3.43.
SGBX.
The estimate was $3.19. That's a
TSMX.
beat. Sales 3.99 billion is short of the 4.09 billion estimate, so that's a beat on earnings and a miss on
CCTG.
sales for Whirlpool. Whiskey Hotel Romeo.
Qui.
AMP Ameriprise $8.10 adjusted.
RMNI.
That's below the $8.92
PEGA.
estimate for Alpha Michael Papa. AMP.
Qui.
TSLT.
LRCX Lamb Research 86 cents. The estimate was 80 cents. Sales of 4.17 billion. The estimate was 4.05 billion. That's Lima Romeo Charlie X-ray. So that's a beat on earnings and a beat on sales.
UAVS.
Where?
Qui. RMNI. Qui.
EFSH.
RMNI.